Ladies and gents, I just attended a $15,000 Tony Robbins Business Mastery event, and my goal here today is to enable you to get that same $15,000 worth of value that I paid, but for free through me today. Hopefully you enjoy. Please leave a like on the video now as well, and throw a hashtag BSF down below this YouTube video just to show some great energy. Definitely stay the entire time throughout this video. It's gonna be massively, massively valuable. My goal here today is to literally give you guys as much value as I humanly can from the Tony Robbins event that I attended. And we had some really good notes that we took. So I wanted to go ahead and share them with you today, kind of give you this stuff into bite-sized informative pieces so you could take $15,000 worth of value with you today after you leave this YouTube video. I want to talk about the first kind of points I have on here, and I'll expand on each one as well. So Tony Robbins talks about complexity is the enemy of execution, right? Whenever you're going deeper or becoming more extravagant with a certain system or model, you start to see your opt-in and your conversion go down as well. So honestly, keep things simple, right? Simplicity is real freedom. Complexity is the enemy of execution. He also mentions that anticipation is the ultimate power. So if you can anticipate a problem or anticipate what's going to happen, you could essentially predict the future and obviously change the future from happening in that way. So honestly, if you're seeing patterns, okay, to his next point, pattern recognition, okay, is something that you need to understand that when you see a pattern, you might want to start anticipating as well. Because like he says, anticipation is the ultimate power. Good times create weak people create bad times create strong people make good times. Also, don't become so upset or focused or obsessive over the things that are out of the threshold of your control. That's a big one for me. I'm a perfectionist, and if something doesn't go my way or go perfect, I get upset, even if it's out of my threshold of control. So that's something that I'm gonna be working on as well. Also, this is his definition of innovate, okay? It's finding a better way to meet the client's needs, and then marketing plus innovation equals money. And notice, a lot of these things are simple, right? A lot of these things are things that you might think you know already, but you got to hear that kind of reaffirmation just to go ahead and put it forth into your life. So I'm happy we're able to do so today. He also says convenience is hot, genius is in the execution, and make sure that with whatever you're doing, you have a system for a duplicated result. And this is the most important thing of the entire event. Margin matters, right? And that's ultimately what really matters, is the margin at the end of the day. And Tony says, don't forget about it and don't have so much confusion that you don't get caught up in the margin, because it does matter. He had a really cool example of when Hyundai had a car for sale, okay, during the 2008 market crash. People were very reluctant to spend any money at that time because of where the market was. So Hyundai came out and really gave their people an irresistible offer. They said, if you buy a car with us today or this month or this year and you lose your job, you get to refund the car in full, right? That's an irresistible offer for a lot of people who are a bit scared to go ahead and pull the trigger. For a lot of them, they didn't end up losing their job, but they still ended up buying the car because of that clause, which is crazy if you think about it, right? Use that in your business today. He also says the problem is your lack of resourcefulness, creativity, and commitment. And I couldn't agree more. So many people I see in the industry, they don't have resourcefulness, creativity, and they sure as hell don't have commitment either. And if you can make sure you actually have those three things, you're gonna be heaps ahead of your competition. He also brings up expanding your identity, right? And this is one of my favorite from the entire event as well. In the light of inspiration, make an action instantly that forces you to commit. And that's what I've been doing in my companies and businesses and in life since I was just a young kid. Okay, if there's one thing you remember from this video, please make sure that's the one. What's important as well is that we actually understand what goes on behind the scenes of a breakthrough. There's three keys to a breakthrough: state, story, and strategy. State, your current flow. How are you feeling? Your current inspiration. Story, what's the reason as to why we're doing this? What's our why? And strategy, what's the game plan? How are we gonna conquer? You have to have those things put into place, guys. Here's something cool that I think you guys are gonna get a little bit of, aha moment from as well. Vimeo actually came out before YouTube did, but YouTube is way bigger than Vimeo. And there's only two differences. The platforms were exactly the same when they actually started. The only differences were YouTube asked 9 times to share the video. Vimeo only asked 4 times. You can make that for what it is. Innovate as part of the culture. Clearly, you want to go ahead and train the team to be proactive and to innovate without you having to kind of ask them for those types of things. So innovate as part of what you guys do as a squad. What are other industries doing that we're currently not? Think differently, because the rewards are always disproportional, which is very, very true. And also, where is there a strategic advantage that you can make in your business? Okay, where is there an opportunity to make a strategic advantage? How do you actually have strategic innovation within your company? That comes with new voices, new questions, new perspective, new passion, new experiments. And sometimes your greatest breakthroughs are the simplest breakthroughs. And ultimately, here are some real things that you can kind of use today to really just increase the sales and overall success of your company. Raise your prices, increase the number of clients that you have, increase the actual average transaction value, and increase the frequency of someone repurchasing from you throughout the year. Okay, getting more residual value out of every single consumer is huge for your business at the end of the year. So keep that in mind. Even if it's only like a 10 to 20% increase, it's huge for the company at the end of the year. Repetition is the mother of mastery. Things that you've done more than other people, you're probably better at. The greatest opportunity is in maximum pessimism. And again, proximity is power. Get around a powerful circle. Also, opportunity without structure is chaos. And also, you should be taking 20% of your income monthly and investing it on autopilot as well. The less risk there is, the more risk there is. Okay? The less risk there is, the more risk there is. And that's the facts. And you should be turning your financials into optics so you can start to see trends and relationships between your data and your day-to-day business endeavors. It's very, very, very important. And you better make sure that you're doing weekly data reporting and you're managing and optimizing it weekly, ladies and gents. Day 4 was one of the craziest days because we really went in depth with the back-end systems of an actual company. You should be having your financials, your accounting, all act as optics like we've mentioned previously. But even further, you should be doing these things weekly, okay, making sure that you're actually optimizing your financials, optimizing your cash flow, and everything in between, including your spend. Okay, and the most important point that I got from this day was overall, instead of checking once a month or twice a month, be obsessive with your conversions, be obsessive with your numbers, okay, on a week-to-week basis. Don't just do it at the end of the month, do it on a week-to-week basis. That will change the game for you guys and will allow you to actually just see more consistency and movement forward because you're seeing the actual real-time results and the real-time things that need to be changed as well, so you're not left at the end of the month having to make adjustments that you could have made 2 weeks ago. So I would say that's definitely one of the most important things I've learned at the conference is to really just be on top of your numbers and treat them as optics and to make sure that you're actually optimizing on a weekly basis and not bi-weekly or monthly. So hopefully you guys absolutely enjoyed that incredible video walking through the most important points that I actually got out of the $15,000 Tony Robbins Business Mastery event. It was incredible. I highly recommend it. And you know, honestly, these are the types of things you guys want to get involved in to keep yourself fired up, to keep yourself inspired and energetic. I would highly recommend going to events like these, investing into mentorship, and working with people who genuinely will push you up on a pedestal to see success and win in your own life. Ladies and gents, definitely do yourself a favor and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button down below, smash that like button, and drop a hashtag BSF down below in the comments, ladies and gents, and we'll go ahead and see you in that next video.